Out of all teachers I happened to meet, it was you that taught me, resonating deep, a sonorous truth, the love of music is a bark, which carried me for years adrift in an ocean of madness. A mind cloven by fear, always quietly I stood, appreciating art, only thumbing for perspective. Art attained for me long-desired calm state of fugues I have suffered, and I know I will again, but fear I don't or ever will, because music raptures by rhapsody, error gets rectified by rhyme. At first I could have been counted amongst those lost along the line. The rock of this ship comforted me, and I count myself a mariner now, surfing the sounds of the new frontier. Been boarded by Brubeck and Morello in the rear. If treacherous rocks ever appear, those fellows or cold dudes from the Bronx will jump to the helm and steer clear. Another notion from amongst the commotion of the ocean. Santana on Soul Sacrifice. Pain begets art, not sometimes but always. This is the other side of life. A mind that meditates on Metatron must be holy. A wisdom from the wild side states thus. Moby Dick is a big fish, but Bonzo is no clown, and Led Zeppelins once flew when airwaves were heavy. Pigs did too, can you believe it? News like this made walls crumble. When a band named Pink fledged by boys, and you know not a one of them was named Floyd, but boy, that one named Syd for me, well, he was something special, you see. He gave me my compass and so much hope, pointing to a star, saying, there, that is me. So I suffered madness gladly, as did he. Reflecting on his guitar, he captured all. A Roman candle, hunting goodwill. The Titanic sank, and so did my respect for opinions on sounds or so-called awards for best soundtrack. That Smith's weapon was music to me, and of his presence we were robbed, making 2 strokes to midnight feel like a heartbeat. Reminded of one's last, his, and too many of my friends. Music requires silence to be made. Bearing theirs has been and will be hard, but music will continue to carry me from port to port and city to city. Around the world I will roam, seeking the songbirds of paradise. The ever instructive love of sax taught me that gatto means cat, a page taken from the Latin chapter. Sax supplies the horsepower necessary to take giant steps. Ask the aptly named Coltrane and esoteric Alice. With ivory she tickles me, and her on harp I am in Wonderland. The one named Marx is my favorite of all, and doesn't matter if it is circle or say Simon in art. Red rubber ball gets me, this starfish bouncing to the beat. There is no harm in harmony. Dictionaries sometimes lie. Creativity could cure Superman and return Jason Becker his hands in moto perpetuo, shuffling feet and thunderous applause to a life so moved to art are all indebted. Todd Rundgren is right. Drums beat all day, urging us to dance, a pledge to show. Behoovement to the movement, music grants sanctuary. Brian Wilson's bulwark, a mighty wall of sound. Waged wars with the Beatles, did he? The man was the band, he clearly won. Did he ever pick a fight? No. He picked a guitar and took flight. Pet sounds is music, McCartney was heard to cry. Whiter shade of pale was Lennon's magic carpet ride. Or so did one limo driver upon a time once said. Chaucer added depth to music such as this. Admiring Admiral Byrd's wish noted in a journal, the genius's mind ventured to encompass all modernity, stitching a journey from pole to pole. Niagara Falls to Reno is only a step today. Wasn't something Bucky Fuller sang, but it was something he'd say. Where is Waldo with Aunt Margaret, mother of invention, transcendentally in a circuitous manner back to music, quick as a flash or a Zappa lightning, frankly. All the puns intended for those well musically blended. Composed the sight reader's nightmare, branding pages black. Sounds as mad as any courted by the Crimson King. Stop the Rolling Stones still. How do we follow that? Take a trip with Robert Fripp on a beam of starlight. This is the definition of an Einstein-Rosen bridge.